So it looks like Manchester United are already raring to go in the transfer window. Man United are heavily and front runners for the signing of Matheus Cunha from Wolves. Now, if you know me, which a lot of you sort of do, I don't know if I've spoken about it on the channel before, but a lot of my friends and people I know will know that I absolutely love Matheus Cunha. I've been saying it for about a year now. He would be the perfect player for Manchester United. Even under Erik ten Hag, I was saying I wanted to sign him. Now we've got Amorim and he fits the system even more. Oh my God, bring me Matheus Cunha to Old Trafford. Bring me him now. I think he's absolutely perfect for what we're trying to build. I think he fits the system impeccably well. Just think of him on that left-hand side. Imagine Man United signing a striker, let's say Delap or Osimhen, because they're the front runners at the minute. You've got them two spearheads up front. Well, not both of them. One of them, let's just say Osimhen up front, because that's my preferred option. We'll go into a striker sort of talk in a bit in a different video, but because today we're focusing on Matheus Cunha because I absolutely love him and want to talk about him. So let's just say Osimhen's up front. You've then got either on the right, you could either have Bruno, you can have Mount, you can have Ahmad. I think Ahmad may be playing in that role more than anyone and maybe also playing that right hand side. So you could have Mainu in there as well. So let's just say you have Osimhen, Cunha on the left and Ahmad on the right. Now that front three there is already leaps and bounds ahead of what we've got them in. I mean, compare Osimhen to Højlund and Xerxes. I mean, I really like Xerxes, but it's clear he's not a striker. I'd keep Xerxes 100%. I really like Xerxes. I mean, even he could play in one of the other sides opposite to Cunha. He won't be quick, but he certainly links up the play really well. Got the pace with Ahmad. I mean, Cunha's not slow himself, but technically on the ball, wow, he's an absolute joy to watch because that is where Matheus Cunha will be playing when he comes to Man United. If he comes to United, we shouldn't be jumping the gun too soon. Anyway, it's literally only broke yesterday. Fabrizio was starting to tweet about it, saying with the front runners, etc. So we can't get ahead of ourselves yet. We've not done it yet. But if he does come to Manchester United, he will occupy, I believe, that left-hand side of the team, sort of that left number 10 role. It's where he sort of plays for Wolves. I mean, Wolves play a very similar way. They play a 3-4-3 or sometimes a 3-5-2 and have Cunha and Strand Larsen up there. But more than enough, Cunha plays sort of on that left-hand side. He plays there more than he does centrally. So I think that's where you'll see him in a Man United shirt if it does happen, and I cross my fingers, hope to die, it does. Matheus Cunha is a player Man United have admired for a very long time. I remember back, I think it was Ten Hag's first transfer window, maybe like Rangnick in January of 2022 and sort of the start of 2022 under Ten Hag. He was really linked to us then, like heavily linked with us then. I think we were speaking to Atletico Madrid and he ended up going to Wolves ultimately about 6 months into that season. So yeah, we have been admirers of Matheus Cunha for a very long time. I mean, back then I wasn't like sort of on the bandwagon I am now, but now bring him. How many times I want to say, but please bring him. Sorry to interrupt the video, but we need to talk about Best ZV. They once again are sponsoring the channel. I love the guys over at Best ZV, and they have sent me 2 football shirts to review today. Starting with this one. Now, these 2 are special shirts because, well, you'll find out in a minute, but the first one is this. Oh, God. It just gets better every time I look at it, and it's even better now I've got it out of the packaging. Online, this looked unreal, but in person, it looks even better. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that shirt. Lionel Messi, Barcelona shirt, I believe, from the 2013 to 14 Premier League season. Premier League season? They don't play in the Premier League, stupid. La Liga season, sorry. And yeah, it's obviously got the Champions League patching, so it's not even a La Liga shirt. It's a Champions League special shirt. Messi 10 on the back. I had to get him on with that absolutely incredible season he had back then. This is unbelievable. This is the shirt I'll wear. I'll promise you now, I'll wear this shirt in another video I upload this week. There you go. There's a little promise for you. And the second one, this one's close to my heart. This one hits home, man, because what a player he was at my club. I mean, he's the greatest player ever, in my opinion. It's biased because he played for United. Speaking of United, wow. I've already got this shirt, but I've got it short-sleeved. I had to get it long-sleeved. It's got the patches on the sides as well, on both sides. Cristiano Ronaldo, number 7. What a shirt. I need to start getting more long-sleeve shirts, especially from Best ZV, because these are incredible. If you want to get any football shirts of your own, make sure to check out Best ZV. Link in the description and in the top comment. Thank you for sending me them shirts. Back to the video. I mean, I'm going to do a video like soon. I'd say soon, but I'm so inconsistent. But I actually am going to promise you now, I'm going to be so consistent. Like, I've got my comfy settee now. None of the sitting on the chair malarkey. I've got my little settee, my little couch, so I'll be all right. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. But I will do a video soon talking about how Man United could potentially line up next season. I mean, we've already spoken briefly about Osimhen or Liam Delap, and obviously Matheus Cunha. If he comes, that'll be perfect, and we'll speak about him as well in that video. But we'll leave that for another day. Today, we need to talk about Cunha. I mean, we already have been for the last 5 minutes, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of things. Now, there's a lot of people saying that this attitude issue that Matheus Cunha has. Now, I can see from both sides, right? And I don't have an issue with players who have sort of attitudes, but back it up on the pitch. And I think Matheus Cunha is hungry. I think he's got that hunger to sort of do well at Manchester United or do well at Wolves, whatever team he's in. He wants to do his best. So I don't mind that. I get it at Wolves. He's probably feeling frustrated half the time that the team's not doing well. So he does lose his rag a little bit, but he doesn't really get yellow cards. I think he's only had one red card this season. That was for, I think it was a headbutt on Milos Kerkez against Bournemouth in the FA Cup. He obviously took glasses off an Ipswich member of staff after they lost that game, and Gary O'Neill ultimately got sacked, so tensions were high there as well. So, again, I don't really have that much of an issue with it. Like, again, I don't want him going flying into tackles and elbowing stewards and stuff like that. I don't want that to happen. But I can sort of, like, I can see him being hungry and being angry at times, but there's a certain way of going about it, and I think he will be totally fine in that. I don't have an issue about his attitude problem whatsoever. I'm really surprised more than anything that Man United are actually doing this deal so early. I mean, we're in April. When do United do signings in April? Barring probably Memphis Depay, I think we were early on that signing. We never do transfers this early. Again, we've not signed him yet, but talks are progressing with the front runners ahead of the likes of Newcastle, Forest, which, again, it's pretty mad when you think about it. Manchester United, we're currently 15th in the Premier League. You've got Forest who are 3rd, Newcastle who are up there, 4th, 5th, battling for Champions League. Again, no one's bigger than Man United, I'm going to say it. There's more appealing options out there, like Forest, battling for the Champions League, may get Champions League football. That might appeal to Matheus Cunha. Newcastle, the same situation. I mean, I said personally, I think Matheus Cunha starts or could be involved for every Premier League team. Like, I promise you now, City, he could definitely get in there on that left-hand side. Liverpool, he could probably get in as well. I mean, Arsenal, he'd be perfect for. Chelsea, he'd be perfect for. Because obviously it hasn't really worked out with Sancho or whoever they play on that left side. So I think, I'm just really surprised that Matheus Cunha, at the minute, really wants to join United. Again, he might have supported them when growing up. And I say I'm surprised. I'm not really surprised. I'm sort of blabbering on here. I'm not really surprised that he wants to come to Man United because, again, if it's his boyhood club, United are the biggest club in England, arguably in the world. They're up there with the likes of Real Madrid, aren't they? So when United come calling, it's hard to say no. And it's going to be the same situation with maybe Osimhen, if we end up getting for him. If we get him, that's another statement signing. I mean, it all depends on this European football for me. Matheus Cunha is going to cost £62 million. I think that's in his release clause, but I could already see United working ways around that. I mean, we did it with Xerxes in the summer, didn't we? I think he had a 35 then? He had a £35 million release clause, I think, Xerxes. We ended up paying like 38 million or 40 million, but paid it over 5 years. So we paid a little bit more, but did it in instalments. I think that'll be the same situation with Cunha. I can see us paying maybe 65 million for Cunha, but doing it over 3-4 years, which I think is beneficial. I think that's what we need to be doing. I mean, if we're going off what Sir Jim said a few months ago, we've got no money. So I don't know how we're even affording this transfer, let alone all the other transfers we've got to pay off. Don't forget, we're doing this with a lot of players. Xerxes will have to pay off more this season. Probably the same with Anthony, Casemiro. There's probably all these players we've not bought outright. So we're going to have to spend a lot of money this summer on players we've already got at the club. That Europa League is benefit. We really need to win that Europa League. It's so beneficial for our transfer window, our next season, our first transfer window under Ruben Amorim. Like, it's so beneficial. We need to do everything we can to win the Europa League and get into the Champions League, and I think will become even more appealing. I mean, Matheus Cunha, again, he's already linked to United. He already wants to join United, and we're 15th in the Premier League. Like, we're not in Europe next season as things stand. We need to win that Europa League, and that's how big Man United are. It genuinely is. I'm not even just saying to be big-headed about my club. Like, Matheus Cunha has probably got that in his head, like the belief to sort of be the man that could take Manchester United forward. I think that's why a lot of players come to the teams like Man United, maybe Spurs as well, or Chelsea last few years. They're appealing clubs because they're big clubs, but again, going through a bit of turmoil, a bit of struggles on and off the pitch, but they believe they could be that player to sort of spearhead them and get them back up to where they belong. So I think that's what's sort of going through Matheus Cunha's head a little bit as well. I don't care. As long as we get Matheus Cunha, I don't care if we win the Europa League or not. Ideally, I'd want it to win the Europa League. I think it'll give us a lot more money. It'll free up more money to spend on other players as well in positions that we really do need. But I just want Matheus Cunha. I really do. I think he's literally the perfect signing for us. Now I think about it, I actually can't believe how quick United are trying to move on this one. I think it's going to be one of them deals that sort of is ready straight away for the end of the season, ready for pre-season. It'll be raring to go. Hopefully, if we get it done, barring any complications. I think we've had situations like this with Elise in the past. I think we were front runners for Elise for a while last year before we ended up moving to Bayern. So it'll be interesting to see how this one works. I just hope, pray to God, that Matheus Cunha joins Manchester United because I really love him as a player. And again, like I've said so many times, he fits the Amorim system really well. And even on Amorim, I think it's clear that he wants him. It's really clear that he wants him. Having little conversations here and there at Old Trafford on the weekend, I think he really wants Matheus Cunha part of his team, and I hope to God he gets that. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the situation to do with Matheus Cunha, and I will see you all tomorrow. I promise you, tomorrow for another video. See you in a bit.